Releases. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Toronto leading by 5. Patterson, the screen. Here's Carroll. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Now here's Freak. Here's Irving. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
DeRozan's shot is good. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go. All the way if he can. And he gets the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Mason with a screen on Carroll. On the wing, Irving. 18 feet out. Can't get it to go. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
We've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting. Toronto, they're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, the Cavaliers. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And right now for the Cavaliers, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I really think this is a dangerous team that could be a popular choice as a playoff sleeper.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Kevin Love. Johnson left side, and it's Lowry penetrating, back to Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists in the game.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the...
Got that one, missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Lowry against Irving. And it's Lowry penetrating. And it's sent back by Irving. LeBron outside. Thompson a screen on DeRozan. James dishes to Mason. And again, it's Cleveland.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. Pass to Joseph. Outside DeRozan. They double him with Love. Here's Johnson. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Freak. He's got 5. Outside Irving. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses off the right iron. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Lowry, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Irving. They get it back. Here's Scola. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Raptors leading by 10. Joseph with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 4 to shoot. It's taken away by Smith. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Look at that.
That one-man fast break.
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Now here's Joseph. Defense is right there. Johnson sets the screen for Ross. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Now here's Shumpert. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Kicks it to Smith. 6 to shoot. 18 feet out. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now here's Shumpert. To the middle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, close.
Here's Toronto. They're on a 16-6 run. So the Raptors 5 right now. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Patrick Patterson is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Nogueira in at the center, filling out the middle. Ross, that's good.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put together a nice run. He finished 21 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A dominating performance from a player who might start making waves around the NBA. That is what the franchise hopes, at least, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Now, here's Patterson. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Mason the pass to Irving. He feeds it to James. Trying to get back on track. And the basket is good. The call goes his way. And we could be looking at a three-point play. Raptors leading by 8. Lowry dishes to Patterson. Pass to Carroll. Patterson, the screen. Ross with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Irving kicks to James. To the paint. Poke loose. Nogueira with the steal. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And Lowry gets it to go.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Ross in the corner. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for James. Putting on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
And it's Irving missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Puts up a three. The shot by Lowry, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is got. Down to 11 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Good game for Irving. 12 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Lowry passes to Patterson. Dishes to Carroll. The pass to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shot from 12. Can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah. About as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Nogueira. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. LeBron drives in, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. LeBron's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. Lowry against Irving. Mozgov with the block. LeBron dishes to Irving. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Cleveland shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And James drills them both. Toronto leading by 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. Now here is Lowry, following the miss by Freak. The drive by Lowry. He dishes it to Nogueira. Here's Ross. And the rejection by LeBron. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Shot clock at 5. Ross. The Cavaliers pull it in. LeBron kicks to Mason. And another miss by Cleveland. Toronto leading by 8. Here's Carroll. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Now, here is Irving. And it's denied. They retain possession. And they're pushing it up. Here's Ross. LeBron with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Mason kicks to James. Picked by Mozgov. The drive by James. Fires from deep. Carroll with the rebound. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Passes it to Nogueira. Ross on the wing. Another shot, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul. And we finish one half of basketball.
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How are you guys going to get back in this one?
Well, it's a game of runs, right? They came out strong, got hot from the floor, which allowed them to build this lead. But I think we'll be able to make a run of our own when we come out of half. Let's see.
Let's hope you have time to cover it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. We've got to keep a much tighter handle on the basketball. That part's obvious. I don't want to go over how many possessions we wasted with dumb turnovers in that half. Now that wasn't our only issue for sure. In general, we have to be more connected as a unit, not 5 individuals, no matter which 5 of you is out there. And don't worry too much about our tempo this half. We'll take what the defense gives us, whether it's on the break or on the half-court set. This is where we turn the tables, fellas. Time to get out there and show them what we're all about.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Talk about great numbers for DeRozan. He's got 19 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Mason is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Mozgov a screen on Lowry. And it's Irving missing.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good looking shot, well executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now, here's Nogueira. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Carroll kicks to Nogueira. Outside Lowry. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert. Very. Very often.
Carroll against Mason. The feed to James. The three. And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 9.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And there's Nogueira on the assist by Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's James. He's got 9. It's blocked. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Feeds it to DeRozan. Gets the front of the rim and out.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Mason with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Mason the pass to LeBron. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the...
Mason against Lowry. Mason dishes to Love. Irving kicks to Mason. Shoots from the elbow. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Carroll passes to Nogueira. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lowry drives in, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. Fifth best, DeMar DeRozan.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 24 points for DeMar DeRozan.
I love.
No good. Raptors leading by 14. Lowry kicks to Patterson. Mozgov with the steal. 3-on-3. Mason dishes to Irving. Mozgov sets a screen for Irving. And it's blocked by DeRozan. Fast break Toronto. Carroll's running. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And, guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Ross is checked in for Toronto. Now here's LeBron. 12 points for him. Mason the pass to James. Hits the three-point bomb. LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Irving against Lowry. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Shape up.
And the Raptors with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. And Patterson kicks to Ross. Shot clock at 6. And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Mason. And the shot is long. Raptors leading by 15. Here's Lowry. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Mason. Irving kicks to LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 17 points for LeBron.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Patterson, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's Love missing. The Raptors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And the rejection by Love. Outside Lowry. Goes back up. Here's Patterson. And at last they get one to fall. Patterson's got his second basket of the night. Mason against Ross. Mason dishes to Love. He kicks it to Mason. Pass to Mozgov. Mozgov a screen on Carroll. From deep three-point range. No good from LeBron.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Ross gets it to go from 18 feet away. Ross has got 4 this quarter.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, and they found that sweet spot in the defense, and it's right between the paint and the three-point line, and boy, have they been rock solid.
Now here's Freak. He has 7. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for James. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Toronto, Luis Scola. He's checked in for Nogueira. Thompson comes in for Patrick. Patterson. And it's Joseph in for DeMar. The Cavaliers trail by 16. So for Toronto right now, James Johnson is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Here's Toronto. And here is Joseph. Johnson with a screen on Irving. Joseph, the pass to Johnson. 4 on the clock. Carroll kicks to Joseph. Fires from deep. Good.
Corey Joseph.
Cavaliers shooting around 40% from the floor here. The dish to James. DeRozan against Mason. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And Toronto making a change here. Nogueira's checked in, and Mason drops them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Now, here's Joseph. Kicks it to Carroll. Soft touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 17.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Yeah, really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Here's Mozgov. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
That's good from Mozgov. Raptors leading by 14. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Joseph dishes to Nogueira. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the dunk by James.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Nogueira gives a screen for DeRozan. Down low from 12 feet out. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Irving passes to LeBron. Love with the screen for LeBron. And stolen by Patterson. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Patterson. 28 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Mason. Toronto grabs. The miss. Nogueira's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Joseph dishes to DeRozan. Patterson a screen on Mason. It's DeRozan with the drive. Mozgov with the block. They recover it. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. On its way from Irving for 2. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He feeds it to Nogueira. And Joseph kicks to Carroll. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Mason. Now here's Mozgov. He's guarded closely. James the pass to Mason. And stolen by Patterson. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. The Cavaliers pull it in. Irving's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. James with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And they double up James. Mason against Carroll. Mason dishes to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Fires it up. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Raptors leading by 16. Now, here's Joseph, covered by Irving. And DeRozan, here we go. Rejected by Mason. Feet out. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Carroll kicks to Nogueira. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. Pass to DeRozan. Off loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Fires from 14. Nogueira with the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Mason against DeRozan. Mozgov a screen on DeRozan. It's LeBron with the drive. An easy layup after coming off the pick. James has got 15 points in just the second half. Now Joseph dishes it to Carroll. Out to the wing. Tries it from 19. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 5 points now this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Love with the screen on Carroll. To the inside. And the dunk by Love.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
At the line for the Cavaliers.
And the first one at the line is good.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. But they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
Irving can't get it to go.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
And that free throw good from DeRozan.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. And they double up James. Mozgov wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 5 assists tonight. Here's Toronto. They're on a 14-6 run. And Lowry gets double teamed. Carroll passes to Nogueira. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Toronto ball.
Here's Carroll. And there's the pass to DeRozan. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Mason against Lowry. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Cleveland. Free.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Toronto leading by 19. He dishes it to Carroll. Nogueira kicks to Lowry. Banked in off the glass.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Thompson, a screen on Carroll. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Here's Nogueira. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Irving. Pass to Mason. Top of the key. That's short off the rim.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Here's DeRozan. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. The screen from Thompson. Irving gets a screen from Mason. Mason with a screen on Lowry. Irving kicks to Mason. Tries a 3. The shot. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it's Lowry penetrating. And it's good. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 15 assists. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Mason against DeRozan. Mason kicks to Irving. Picked by Mozgov. Fires the three. LeBron, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Carroll, no one around him. And another basket for Toronto.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
James, the pass to Irving. Fires from the wing. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Lowry against Irving. Here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. DeRozan's got 38 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Back to LeBron. There's the feed to Mason. 4 on the shot clock. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kyle, congratulations on this win. Tell us what the team's objective was tonight that most helped in getting this victory.
Everybody played. We all played together.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. You know, his leadership, though, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille